Best Picture is the highly acclaimed award gifted out at the Academy Awards each year. Many fight to win any Oscar, but this is the one everyone wishes to get their mitts on. So today on Beyond the Screen, we're going to be counting down the top 10 Best Picture winners. Before we begin though, this video is sponsored by Universal Pictures, who we are partnering with to do a huge giveaway for you viewers of Beyond the Screen. We are giving away 3 copies of DreamWorks' critically acclaimed Best Picture winner, Green Book, released worldwide tomorrow on Blu-ray and DVD. For your chance to win one of these copies, leave us a comment down below with your favourite Best Picture winner, and we'll be in contact with the winners very soon. Okay, let's jump in. In at number 10, The Silence of the Lambs. This psychological horror won the Academy Award for Best Picture back in 1991, beating out Bugsy, Beauty and the Beast, JFK and The Prince of Tides. For those who don't know, the film centers on FBI trainee Clarice Starling, who is assigned to interview Hannibal Lecter, a former psychiatrist and renowned cannibalistic serial killer, who may have insight into a recent serial killer, Buffalo Bill, a killer who skins his female victims. The film was critically revered and went on to win what is known as the Big Five at the 1991 Academy Awards, with the film nabbing Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay, making it only the 3rd film in history to accomplish that feat. Coming in at number 9, Braveheart. This epic war film won the Academy Award for Best Picture back in 1995, beating out Apollo 13, Babe, The Postman, and Sense and Sensibility, a stacked category. The film focuses on William Wallace, a medieval Scottish patriot who revolted against the English following the murder of his wife. The film sees the Scots face off against the English, with the former ultimately defeated, resulting in the capture of Wallace, with him being hung, drawn, and quartered by the English. It's a long film, but truly excellent, heartbreaking and inspiring. The film not only won Best Picture, but Mel Gibson also won Best Director for his work on the film. Coming in at number 8, Casablanca. We have my favourite at this number. In my opinion, Casablanca is the closest film to perfection we have ever been blessed with. Many will disagree, but for those that love the film often feel the same way, and the Academy seem to agree. In 1943 it won the Best Picture award, beating out For Whom the Bell Tolls, Heaven Can Wait, The Human Comedy, In Which We Serve, Madame Curie, The More the Merrier, The Oxbow Incident, The Song of Bernadette, and Watch on the Rhine. Firstly, I think we're all just thankful that the Best Picture category is no longer that long. That's ridiculous. For those that haven't seen Casablanca, please get on that immediately. The film follows Rick, a nightclub owner in Casablanca who discovers his old girlfriend is in town with her new husband, who are looking to flee the country, with the Germans fast on their tail. It's a war drama, a love story, and just goddamn beautiful all round. The film won 3 awards that night: Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. In at 7, Argo. This historical drama directed by Ben Affleck nabbed the award for Best Picture back in 2012, beating out Amour, Beasts of the Southern Wild, Django Unchained, Les Miserables, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Silver Linings Playbook, and Zero Dark 30. The win was a shock, even for Affleck, with a category so stacked many thought he didn't stand a chance, including me. My money was on Lincoln. The film centers on the storming of the US Embassy in Tehran by militants, which occurred on November 4, 1979. Resulting in the capture of 66 American hostages, during which time 6 managed to slip away, seeking refuge with the Canadian ambassador. The film follows these 6 people who use a genius technique to slip out of the country undetected. Although Argo won Best Picture, the big controversy was that Affleck was snubbed for Best Director, making Argo the 4th film to win Best Picture without its director even being nominated. Coming in at number 6, The Godfather. This critically acclaimed crime drama won the award for Best Picture back in 1972, beating out Cabaret, Deliverance, The Emigrants, and Sounder. It is a film that is widely regarded as one of the greatest films of all time, and it's true, this film is truly incredible. The Godfather follows a powerful Italian-American crime family led by Don Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, and the violence that ensues after his son, Michael, reluctantly joins the mafia. The film was such a success it resulted in 2 further films, the 3rd being subpar at best, let's be real. The film not only won Best Picture, but also nabbed Best Actor and Best Adapted Screenplay. Coming in at number 5, Titanic. I'm sorry, I had to. I couldn't not. This disaster film won Best Picture in 1997, beating out As Good as It Gets, The Full Monty, Good Will Hunting, and LA Confidential. If you haven't seen it by this point, shame on you. I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it. Based on the true story of the ship of the same name, the Titanic follows the ill-fated maiden voyage RMS Titanic as it sets out across the North Atlantic, with over 1,500 passengers aboard. Along the way, the ship of dreams hits an iceberg, resulting in the deaths of over 1,000 people as they plunged into the cold waters of the Atlantic in the early hours of April 15, 1912. Amongst those who hit the water were Jack and Rose, the young couple who found love aboard the ship, with the former meeting his demise and Rose going on to live a long life after the grisly disaster. The film swept the Oscars in 1997, winning Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cinematography, Best Actress, and so much more. In at 4, Schindler's List. This historical period drama won the Best Picture award back in 1993, my birth year, beating out The Fugitive, In the Name of the Father, The Piano, and The Remains of the Day. Schindler's List follows businessman Oskar Schindler, who arrived in Krakow ready to make a fortune during World War II. He staffs his factory with Jewish workers for pragmatic reasons, but when the SS begins exterminating the Jews, he attempts to save his workers by any means possible. The film left the Academy Awards with a whole load of Oscars, winning Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, and more. Coming in at 3, The Artist. This film won the Best Picture award back in 2011, beating out The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The Help, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball, The Tree of Life, and War Horse. The Artist is a black and white silent movie that follows actor George Valentine in the 1920s, who was a bona fide idol with adoring fans. Conflict ensues though, when the married actor falls for one of his co-stars during the growing popularity of sound in movies, pushing the two stars further away from each other as his co-star Pepe begins to rise while George falls. The film not only won Best Picture but also Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Original Music Score. Coming in at number 2, Green Book. I mean, this just had to be on our list, not just because we're doing a Green Book giveaway, but simply because this film was truly fantastic. Green Book won the Best Picture at this year's Oscars, beating out Black Panther, BlacKkKlansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favourite, Roma, A Star is Born, and Vice. The film follows Dr. Don Shirley, a world-class African-American pianist who was embarking on a tour in the Deep South in 1962, who was in need of a driver and protection. He hires Tony Lip, an Italian-American bouncer from the Bronx, and the two, despite their differences, form an unlikely bond in an era built on racism and hate. Not only did Green Book win Best Picture, but also won Best Supporting Actor and Best Original Screenplay. And finally, in at number 1, Moonlight. We all remember the awkward moment Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty announced La La Land as Best Picture, with the cast and crew excitedly approaching the stage, and the confusion as someone approaches the mic, stating that there was a mistake. Moonlight was actually the winner. I have PTSD from this. Moonlight won the award, beating out Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and of course, La La Land. Moonlight is a film that explores 3 chapters in the life of a young black man in Miami who is on a journey of self-discovery, guided by the support of a community that helps to raise him. Not only did the film nab the Best Picture award, it also won Best Supporting Actor and Best Adapted Screenplay.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
You gonna tell him why the other boys kick his ass all the time?
Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our picks? Were there any that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Thanks again to our sponsor of this video, Universal Pictures. Green Book is released on Blu-ray and DVD tomorrow, and for your chance of winning the film, leave us a comment down below with your favourite Best Picture winner, and we'll be in touch with the winners very soon. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Beyond the Screen vid. Until next time, see you later.